He's just jerking it into the windjammer. Let's see if you can fly, baby! What? What is that supposed to mean other than come back to my room and let's bang? There's no other way to take this than this guy being like, I really want to meet you. I think if you could just see me, you would see how handsome I am. You would fall in love with me if you could just see me. I'll be dreaming of Jar talking to me going to sleep tonight. So don't worry, guys. 2025 starting off as just an absolute banger year for crazy stuff that's going to be taking place. Just a Robot. This is his response. Oh, snap. This video has been removed for violating YouTube's terms of service. What's up with that? Did he say something in there that was absolutely crazy? Already we're starting off nuts. What did he say in this? Give me a minute. I'll try to find a re-upload. Thank you. That'd be great. If you could find a re-upload, that'd be awesome. Because it's definitely seeming like Just a Robot got his video taken down for violating terms of service. It's 48 minutes. I think this will be good. Thank you, Blue Jay. You're the best. I'm sure that he's got a lot to say that will clear his name from everything. That's my guess. All right, anyway, let's take a look at Just a Robot's response.
It's been a while. In fact, it's been a couple of months. These last few months have been very chaotic, to say the least, and I know a lot of you have many questions. You're curious about my side of the story. Don't worry, I brought receipts.
I wonder if
people won't care.
Pimpleton's gonna get responded.
The tea has gone cold, and they've moved on to talking about people like Mudahar and Nuxtaku. But at least you're here watching this unmonetized video of mine, so you don't have to even worry about giving me money by viewing this video. Or maybe you're just viewing this through someone else's live stream who's looking to farm a few more clicks off of me. I'm not
True.
gonna sugarcoat things. I fucked up. I really dropped the ball on this situation. I can't even say that I was manipulated or enabled to get involved with the Synni drama, because both my roommate and my girlfriend and even my neighbor told me that what I was doing was stupid and reckless. Even I knew that defending someone from the Art CC with allegations this serious would more than likely go bad for me. I, along with everybody who was close to me, expected me to get some backlash, but not this much backlash. They're not even telling me they told me so because they didn't even expect it to get this bad. But before I get into what's going on and all the allegations against me, I would like to apologize to a few people. I would like to apologize to my girlfriend, my roommate, and my neighbor for not listening to them. You guys know me best, and you were looking out for my best interest. I should have listened to you guys, and now I'm facing the consequences of my actions.
You sir are,
I would like to apologize to my editor Lorenzo for any backlash he might have faced from editing my video. Even you were worried about things going wrong after I released the video.
Yeah, if your editor's telling you that you're probably messing up, I'd probably listen to them. I mean, listen now. It's easy for anybody to end up in a situation, maybe not this bad of a situation, but everybody's got bad takes. That happens.
And I'm sorry for making you edit it if you can make up for my mistake. I would like to apologize to Eno for how my video affected her. You were
even his neighbor came out and was like, don't do that
at your age. Along with anyone who might have been made uncomfortable by things I've said in my video. And I'm also sorry to my fans for disappointing them. What I did was incredibly stupid, and I understand if you unsubscribed from me. I'm not upset with everybody who has made a video on me, because I can understand where a lot of them are coming from. Granted, there are a few people who have said some crazy things about me.
Like, I knew how this guy was. I warned you how he was. I told you what position you were in, and I was very conscious and scared on your behalf because of what position you're in. Jar could have raped you, and that's probably what he was trying to, like...
That's a little aggressive. I don't know. Is there any proof that Jar would do something like that? He would get that physical? Is there any proof that he would go that far? I mean, I feel like that's a bit of a reach, to be honest.
That was probably his dream, his end goal.
I mean, there's one thing of being creepy and being, like, aggressive, and then there's another thing just being flat out, holding you down and being like, take it, you whore. It's terrible. I would never insinuate that somebody would do something like that.
I'm going over a lot more than just the Synni stuff in this video, because just about every bad or questionable thing I have done is out there now. If you're only here for one specific allegation and you don't care to watch this entire video, don't worry, I will be providing timestamps for specific allegations.
Alright, I gotta speed this up. He talking too slow. We gotta get to the meat and the potatoes of it. The meat and the potatoes.
The biggest problem with my video draft about Synni by far is how soft I went on her. I regret that even more now due to the fact that new information has been released about Synni. I don't like being lied to, especially by people who wanted my help, but I fell for what she told me, being the gullible fool that I am. I didn't believe that Synni is a pedo, and I still don't believe she's a pedo. I don't believe she had a desire to get with the minor or exchange nudes with the minor. I never said what Synni did was okay. I said it was wildly inappropriate and an optics nightmare. Usually I would expect that if someone was grooming, that the groomer would intend to get with them. At least this was my thought process at the time, based off of all the other grooming cases I have seen. I didn't believe she did what she did out of malicious intent or to hurt anyone. I really believe that she was just incredibly socially retarded, along with the fact that I really wanted to believe that she wasn't as guilty as everyone was painting her out to be, along with the fact that she was encouraged to draw suggestive artwork when she was 14. That's why I took pity on her, because I thought what she did was out of stupidity and not malice. I truly believed that I was onto something comparing this to the Pyro drama, because Pyro did learn of Ivory's age when they turned 16, not when they were 15, and he said, and I quote here, shouldn't have continued the furry stuff with him, along with the fact that Pyro got a 15-year-old who he knew was 15 to draw a thicker, lewder, sexier version of his avatar. I thought to myself, well, if people are okay with Pyro doing this, then why aren't they okay with Synni's actions? I think
Was people okay with Pyro doing it? I don't feel like they were. Correct me if I'm wrong. Raymundo, the fact that he started a conversation with a minor by sending this image. Did Raymundo come in here? Did I miss him? Where did he go? Where did you go? Oh, there's Raymundo. This guy is such a joke. I love the fart segment in this video. I didn't get to that yet. Yeah, because I saw somebody at you, Ray, and I was like, where's Ray? I didn't see Ray. I'm jealous of the chat for getting to see Ray and me not seeing Ray.
I think we all know that if the Pyro drama started,
and thank you again, Libby. You're the best.
Uploading a video saying, guys, I admit to it, I groomed a minor, and I knew what I was doing was wrong. That drama would have gone completely differently, and I believe that Synni was gaslit into doing that by her roommate who goes by it pronouns. When I saw Kumo coming to the same conclusions about Synni that I came to, along with witnessing him beating a few people in debates about it, I thought he might have been onto something, so I decided that I should help her as well. I now realize that not all the chat logs were released between Ivory and Pyro in the same way they were for Synni. Also, I believe Synni released the full logs herself, but I wasn't aware of that when I was working on my video. At least I don't think I was. On top of that, Synni is a repeat offender to a very disturbing degree. It would be like Pyro getting accused of everything he did, with the Call Me Carson allegations on top of that, along with a bunch of other things. My main understanding of morality is that hypocrisy is—
Why is there a random video of a guy driving down a highway? Oh my god. Jar's the type of guy I feel like he just can't get out of his own way. He probably got picked on a lot in school because he was a weird guy, even though he kind of looks like a somewhat normal guy. I don't know. He doesn't have like that class like Gray guy, you know what I'm saying? He don't got that Raymundo class.
Subjectable sin. I also understand that nothing can get you canceled harder than a child grooming allegation that a lot of people believe. I saw how people flip-flopped on the Pyro drama, so I thought they were about to do the same with this situation. The first draft of my Synni video was originally made to bash her. That being said, I still went softer on her than most people did, and I was planning to add more to my video draft as the drama went on.
Fillane says, context, the info he goes over was already available when he published this video. He just didn't bother to do research and frames it as it wasn't out yet. Well, that's typical YouTubers, ain't it? Just putting out information before it's out.
Really should have focused on being more professional and objective with the sense of information around Synni. Instead, I took her at her word, and I gave her way more charitability than she deserved. As you can hear at the end of the full call I had with Synni, I said that I would be making a new draft in defense of Synni before I talked to Jack. But,
I don't think that this is the problem a lot of people have, though. The problem is, like, all the extra shit. When he's like, oh, isn't that a pretty pussy? Like, when he's sending her them drunk voice recordings and stuff. I feel like that is the main issue a lot of people are having, is that people thought that Jar was trying to use Synni to get, like, in her pants.
Yeah, I'm going to be changing my video a lot, and I'm going to have to reach out to Jack because, you know, for all I know, you're—
Uh-oh! Have fun with that, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm going to get the video ready because knowing Jack, they're probably going to panic and try to control the narrative. Like, I thought I was being fair by doing that because I only talked to Synni after I had a draft ready to upload on her, but now I can see that was an incredibly stupid move. I was planning for Saturday to be a day where I would @ Jack on—
Listen, I'm just waiting for Himpleton to get dropped. I'm waiting for Himpleton's name to get dropped here. That's all. That's all I want to know. Did Himpleton make it into the video or not?
on Twitter, along with a day to look over a whole bunch of videos about Synny to make sure that my information was correct. Unfortunately, the last draft that I was still in the middle of adding stuff to was leaked by Kumo, and I panicked uploaded what I had. As you can see from this screenshot, which is of my Synny video, I uploaded it unlisted on October 10th, which was a Tuesday, and the actual Synny video was planned to go live on Sunday, but then Kumo leaked this version of the video, so I foolishly decided to upload this version because the other one still wasn't finished. I don't do YouTube full-time, I have a job. I have Saturdays and Sundays off, that's why I was trying to do extra research on Saturday. He got it through Romantic Goblin, as I was in the middle of asking.
I can explain the true reason Jar was defending Synny so bad. All right, Fillane, you can hop on. Let me know when you're in the stream of Questline and I'll pull you in. And you can tell us why Jar really was trying to put Synny on it, because I know you know more than what I do.
People to look over it to see if there was any mistakes I needed to correct. I asked people like Misandropony, Akumu, not to be confused with Kumo, and others if they could look over my video. I was even debating on whether I should have Chud look it over because he knew about the Synny situation. My roommate was also on a business trip and coming home on Saturday. I was planning to look over both docs with him very carefully. I have the worst case of dyslexia in the world, so it's very hard for me to do that myself. Yeah,
All right, I see her in the stream request line, so we're going to pull in Avocados real quick.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. What's up?
Okay, so can the chat hear me? At first, hi chat, by the way.
Yes, the chat can hear you.
Yeah, okay, no, but because I have a new mic.
Oh, look at that. She's moving up in the world, guys. She's moving up in the world. We're here for it.
Okay, to explain the Jar stuff, to don't waste your audience's time. At first, what you need to know about Jar is he, for some reason, views drama like Game of Thrones for some reason. He needs allies because everyone is after him. And there were two big content creators who he is still proud of defending, which were Hopeless Peaches and Spockner. He did the right thing, he swam against the drain to defend them, but he claims it didn't go well to him because both were cancelled later for different reasons.
Okay, can you say that?
And for some reason he says now it's a failure to defend them, simply because they have no more use for him.
Can you just do that one more time? I think I lost you a little bit in your accent there.
Oh, sorry. Okay, like at first, so Jar sees drama like Game of Thrones. He for some reason thinks everyone is after him.
Okay.
He needs allies to help him.
He's like Littlefinger.
And what he's...
Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. I'm pretty sure it's Littlefinger.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones, I don't know.
Well, you can't use Game of Thrones metaphors if you haven't seen Game of Thrones.
My brother told me that it's like Game of Thrones for him.
Okay. All right. I was nerding out too hard on you.
And there were two big content creators, were Spockner and Hopeless Peaches. He previously defended them in dramas where it was at first the unpopular opinion to defend them, so he did the right thing. But now he frames it like as it was not worth, because like there was a text on screen in his video you're watching right now where he said it didn't go well for him. Because turned out he defended the wrong people for the right reasons, because they were later cancelled for entirely different things. He did the right thing when he defended him, but for him it wasn't worth it because they are now gone anyways because they are cancelled.
Yeah, Kaylee.
And Synny has as many subs as they two combined.
So Synny, how many subs does Synnibear have?
500,000.
Oh, so do you think that he was coming to her defense as a way to try to help himself out a little bit?
Yes. He compared her situation also to Spockner and Peaches. Both have 300k and 100k at the time they were cancelled.
Oh, okay. I see. And he also compared it to Pyrocynicals too, I believe. In this video, it sounded like.
He always compare stuff to the Pyrocynical drama. I don't know why he has this weird obsession.
I guess because Pyro didn't really end up hurting Pyro at all during his...
Yeah, he kind of got away because commentary channels, for exactly, I think you don't remember Prison Mate Luke. He made multiple videos. He was basically like Pegasus. The Pegasus of his time.
Okay.
When every time the drama shifted, he made at first a video against Pyro, then in favor of Pyro, and he constantly shifted whatever the narrative was. And people like him then became a scapegoat for Pyro to instead shift the blame on him, be like, look, the people don't even know what they're talking about, because...
So I think I've heard...
Unpopular opinion, maybe. At the end of the day, he continued talking to that miner after finding out how old they are.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, I mean,
he said
I
he
know...
initially didn't know, but then he learned about it, and apparently still continued for a bit.
Yeah, that's not good.
And sorry, you have to ask how old the person is. It's like with those porn sites where you ask, are you over 18?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's not good. I don't understand why it's so hard for content creators to not talk to jailbait, and not even jailbait, but like people who are just straight out like just jail meat. I don't get it. How do these people get to these levels of success knowing just how bad their judgment is? Although personally I have a theory too that sometimes just the more reckless someone is, the more likely they are to succeed on YouTube as well.
Either that or you just enjoy your ego getting a bit stroked, and
yeah,
no matter if it's a kid or not, you just enjoy someone having there to stroke your ego for a bit.
The Kaylee says he needs to be the knight in shining armor. Do you think he's got a complex like that too, or he feels like he needs to come in and save women, like he's some type of savior for the ladies?
I'm not sure, but I know that he's completely obsessed with the fact that back in the Peaches drama, people, according to him, accused him of simping for Peaches, which wasn't the case. I think maybe 1 or 2 people said it, but for some reason, you will see it in this video, he's completely hung up on that still. I don't know, maybe that's the case because he feels so bothered by the accusation.
Yeah, I feel like this guy thinks with the wrong head a lot, if that makes sense. But he also, it's a combination of him thinking with the wrong head while also not being able to control his urges towards women. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, he's a bit odd.
It's a double whammy because if I remember correctly, wasn't he trying to hunt down girls at a con where it was like TwitchCon or something like that?
I'm not sure actually because he addresses it in this video, and it's kind of like at the end of the day, it's a he said, they said.
Okay.
He said he wasn't hunting them down. They said they felt like he was hunting them down.
All right. Well, I mean, I
don't know.
I do know that sometimes
I
girls
wasn't
can get
there,
a
and
little
I
weird.
feel uncomfortable to side with either of them.
Well, next time I
Well,
need you to go
sitting,
there.
but-
Next time you need to go there and then film all this for us. So we can just have.
I'm German. I can't go to VidCon.
Why not?
All our YouTubers go to the Gamescom.
I'll do that. The YouTubers go to Gamescom.
Yeah, over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, it's always over in California, and I'm on the other side of the country. And frankly, I'm not big enough to care or even matter for something like that. So until I get to like 100,000 subscribers, I'm not going to be going to any of those cons. But is there anything else you want to add about this situation? Anything interesting that's going to happen with this video that you want to point
Right now,
at?
not, but I'm gonna warn you ahead when he addresses the fart fetish. You have to look because you can't miss it maybe. Some people missed it. It was the very first DM he had with this minor.
Oh, okay. Because I know that Ray had mentioned something about farts.
Yeah, it was the start of the conversation, just so in case you don't notice it, because this is something I thought was kind of effed up.
Okay, perfect. Well, I can always bring you back in later if something you want to add.
Yeah, sure, but I think the rest I can explain in text. This is kind of a bit longer to explain because it's his weird stance on drama. He thinks the ACC is after him.
Oh.
Despite they don't really care for him, they kind of want him rather to go away because he is pretty litigious.
And the ACC is the art community, art creator community, like the people who draw
Yep.
and okay. Yeah, I heard that community is pretty wild.
Not to mistake for the animation meme community, which is where Synny is from.
Okay. All right. Is that what he would be considered in? Because I know he does the. What would you consider Just a Robot's niche? Like, what's his community?
He basically, it feels like, especially with his movie and game stuff, he is like, he started in 2015 or 16 as an anti-SJW channel. You will remember the skeptic community.
Okay.
And after it didn't go so well with drama and the ACC, he kind of went back to the roots.
Okay. I got you. All right. Thank you.
And he has apparently a power scaling channel, but I don't know too much about power scaling. I'm not that obsessed with media.
Oh, okay. Is it like for like anime characters and stuff?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like
Cool.
the strongest character in this show or in this genre.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And then you watch obsessively every episode for every attack, for every weakness to kind of rate it. It's so
so
too
it's
much for my brain.
really nerd shit, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I like watching anime, but I don't like diving that deep into it. You know, I don't care that much. I'm just in it for the action and the storytelling. I don't care about no power levels. All right.
Anyways, I think I held down the stream enough. So thank you everyone and see ya.
All right, and we'll get together to do that person you wanted to show me before too soon.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say it's gonna be fun. Like Germany, USA has 4 times as many citizens as Germany. And this Lolcow thing, for some reason, is way more extreme than everything in the American communities.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait. We'll set it up soon, okay?
Yeah, no
All right.
problem. Bye.
Thank you. All right, everybody. That was Fillane, aka Avocados Diaboli. Well, that's what she used to go by. Let's get back to the jar video.
My dyslexia often leads me to focus more on what I can hear rather than what I can read. Now I want to make this clear. When I have people look over certain drafts of videos I've made, I'm not just going to blindly agree with whatever opinion they have. If they disagree with something in my video, I have a discussion with them about it. That being said, 9 out of 10 times it comes down to just me rewording a certain point. I can't even begin to tell you all the different opinions people gave me on how I should go about making my response to all the allegations. This is why I was considering having Chud look over the video, because I considered him to be an objective person. Granted, I went back and forth on whether I wanted him to look over it privately or on a live stream. I was also encouraged to have Chud look over my video by people like Romantic Goblin and Synny.
You could correct me if I'm wrong, Kumo, but didn't you say the same thing on the Chud Logic stream, something she also watched but was happy with the conclusion of?
Yeah, no, I said the exact same thing on a stream that you had no issues with.
I agreed to do this, even though I didn't.
Wow. I'm not taking anything from Chud. Okay, Chud's a very bright guy. But if you're looking at your video and you're like, maybe I should get Chud's opinion on this. Maybe you should probably take a couple steps back. You should be creating from what you believe. You shouldn't need the validation of another creator before you say it. I would never make a video and go, man, you know what? I really need to make sure that Chud reviews this. Chud's a busy guy. He's not going to have time to review everybody's videos. Maybe he would because he's a nice guy. If you're that concerned about it, maybe you shouldn't. I would only post something I feel strong conviction for.
Didn't know that much about Chud. I just knew he did a video on me a really long time ago, and out of any video I've ever seen on me, I thought it was the best one ever made. Ironically, he was covering my video on cancel culture.
This is the Chud made the best video ever made on me. Chud's a streamer. He doesn't make videos. He reacts to shit. He's like a television show. He's like a daytime talk show. I wouldn't call this a video. I would call this a stream, you know? Chud's really good at what he does. Chud should have like had a TV show over in England, but it's not the same as somebody who puts down, prepares the information, and then responds to it. Like Chud's reacting to what he's seeing directly in front of him and giving his perspective on it. But Chud is incredibly fair. I will give him that. Fillane says, issue is that he got into shit a lot from not checking what collab partners or his editors add into the video. Yes, I trust Rajira. I don't think she's going to screw me over, but I do always screen her videos first before I upload them just to make sure that there's nothing in there that could get me potentially banned. Not that I think Rajira would ever do that, but yeah, you got to be very careful. And sometimes editors can take liberties with some things that you might not agree with, and it's important for you to know that.
Yeah, that video aged like a fine wine. I may not fully understand myself as a person, but I do understand that I say off-the-cuff stuff all the time, and that I'm autistic. Me getting canceled was never a question of if it would happen.
Can we stop using autistic as a reason to be forgiven for having bad takes? Can we stop? Because I just think that it's a cop-out at this point. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm autistic. I can't, you can't blame me for what I say, I'm autistic. It's like an insult to people who have autism.
But when? I was never foolish enough to believe that I would be the only autistic man on the internet to never get cancelled. If my roommate came home on time, he definitely would have told me, hey, this draft sucks and you need to change a lot of things about it. This is why I didn't ask my roommate to help me debate anyone. He loves debating and he's really good at it, but he only had superficial context as to what was going on, so it wouldn't have been right for me to ask him for help. Me asking him to jump into a random stream and help me debate a topic he didn't know that much about would have more than likely made things worse for me. On top of that, with a little bit of the situation I did explain to him, he told me it was a bad idea to get involved. Yes, I absolutely regret not listening to him, and I'm so sorry for it. Some people said I should have flagged or copyright strike down Kumo's video, but
Rajir says it's never an excuse to use autism as a cop-out, but she says, however, of all the people who say they are autistic, Jar seems to fit the diagnosis. I believe you if you believe it because your son is. Jammer says, my son is, and I get pissed when someone uses it as an excuse. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm autistic. And you're like, really? Because my son's autistic and he doesn't say dumb shit like you do.
I'm gonna be honest here. Once a video is out there, and I've seen what happens to other YouTubers when they try to strike down a video. Long story short, it doesn't end well for them. Kumo uploading my video ruined a lot of things for me. It kept me from reaching out to Jack and doing further research on the topic. Even if I didn't upload my unfinished draft, I still would have received a ton of backlash. Just not as much backlash as I'm receiving now. Because of my lack of research on the situation, I did not understand how bad Synny really was, until I had a call with Himpleton. Yes, I understand he's—
Oh, we got it! Yeah, let's go! We got the Himpleton name drop. That's all I wanted to hear. Himpleton, you did it! You did it, Himpleton! They said you weren't going to. They said you weren't gonna do it. And here you are in Jar's video. Let's go. Okay. All right. I just get Himpleton. You guys know the shit Himpleton went through to get his name mentioned in this damn video? He went through a lot. Just a Robot says, so you still want to call? And then Himpleton says, yeah, man, why not? So they started a call. Give me a few minutes, man, taking care of something personal, then I can. That okay? Sure. Okay, I think I'm going to eat something because I haven't had anything in 2 days and now it's starting to hurt. Yeah, man, get something to eat. Why is this in the video? Yeah, man, you want to call? Nah, man, I can't. You gotta be honest, man, I'm way too fucking hungry, bro. All right. Well, I'm hungry too, but I gotta go handle some personal shit. All right. Well then, what are we doing? I don't know, but I'm gonna put this in the video just so people can know how hungry I was today. He always overshares. Yeah. Well, there's zero reason to have his screenshot in here.
Right now, which made my drama blow up even more, but he still explained the situation to me and helped me understand where I went wrong. So for that, I have to thank him. Apparently, Synni told Enno that it wasn't a big deal that she had a rape fetish at 11, and she also got Enno, who was 14 at the time, to read out the, rape comic. And that makes the whole situation way more disturbing than I originally was led to believe. When I was 14, I did an unpaid internship for a ranger station, and one time this guy came by, and we were cleaning up the canyon together, and he showed me a whole bunch of porno magazines he found while cleaning up. He was an adult, I was 14, but I didn't feel disturbed by the situation. However, he did not get me to read out the porno magazines or anything like that. When Himpleton explained this to me, that was the moment everything hit me. Oh my god, I can't believe what I have done, and I'm so sorry for it. I should have done better research. Now granted, I am not happy with Himpleton leaking our call without asking me for permission first, and I'm also not happy with him saying he was pulling an op on me. However, he still did help me out a lot, so I have to thank him for that.
Oh, they brought up the op. Himpleton can't win ever, dude. Poor Himpleton.
Granted, I am not happy with Himpleton leaking our call without asking me for permission first, and I'm also not happy with him saying he was pulling an op on me. However, he still did help me out a lot, so I have to thank him for that. Just to give you an example of the—
Why is he telling us this? Well, Kaylee, that was a whole big drama too with Himpleton. I think he was helping Jar with stuff, and then people started giving him shit, so he eventually said that he was pulling like an op on Jar so that he could get a credit towards him. I don't know. This whole story is absolutely freaking insane. You can't win with these people. You involve yourself in any way in any of this and you're gonna end up getting screwed over.
No magazines or anything like that. When Himpleton explained this to me, that was the moment everything hit me. Oh my god, I can't believe what I have done, and I'm so sorry for it. I should have done better research. Now granted, I am not happy with Himpleton leaking our call without asking me for permission first, and I'm also not happy with him saying he was pulling an op on me. However, he still did help me out a lot, so I have to thank him for that. Just to give you an example of the extra research I could have done on Synni, this doc was released on the same day Kumo uploaded my video onto his channel. Unlike the other two docs, it's straight to the point. If I saw this, I would have held off on uploading my video to do extra research. But because of what Kumo did, I panicked and uploaded what I had. When I uploaded the Synni video to my channel, all I could think about was how unprepared I was for this situation. I came across as very arrogant in that video due to past success of going against the mainstream commentary community opinion and coming out on top. Granted, often when I upload a video on YouTube, I get anxiety. I think to myself, oh no, this is the video that's going to get me canceled. Hopefully it will go over well.
See, that's the problem. You can't think that way. You have to go into it being like, if people disagree, then fuck them. That's the only way you can really do it. But again, as a content creator, you can't go into it thinking, am I going to get canceled for this? You have to go into it thinking, this is what I believe. And if people don't agree with them, then oh well. That's how you got to do it.
That's why I try to hype myself up, because often when you come across as confident in a video, it makes people more willing to hear you out. Granted, it's a double-edged sword because it can make you come across as an arrogant douchebag as well. As for the way I interviewed Synni, I have no excuse.
The only way to go about YouTube is to come off like an arrogant douchebag. If you come off as someone who's not sure what you're saying, no one's gonna care what you have to say. You have to come off like your shit don't stink and that your word is the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. That's it.
Excuses for myself. I was completely unprofessional with how I handled handled that interview. The interview was very cringe and my questions were leading. I was thinking about redoing it, but I thought that would be dishonest. Also, I leaked out the full version of the interview, not Synni. Lyle Convoy asked me for it, and I sent it to him after thinking things over for a few days. I could have said I didn't have it anymore, but I wanted to be honest. At the end of the day, I shouldn't have even entertained the idea of making that video in defense of Synni. It was reckless, it was stupid, and I deserve to be dunked on for it. The only part of the video that aged well is what I said about Jack. From the very beginning, I knew there was something that wasn't adding up about this drama, and it was Jack. They're getting bashed for stuff hard right now, but I know for a fact they're not going to leave the internet. They're way too addicted to it. My entire Synni video...
Nobody should leave the internet. I said the same thing to Himpleton. You're putting your opinions out there for people to listen to. Not everyone's always going to agree with what you have to say, and that's okay. But the minute you give up and walk away is the minute, like maybe Destiny should probably leave the internet, like after what he did. That would be a reasonable time to leave the internet, I think. But for someone like Jar who just has a couple bad takes and bad humor, like it's not enough to get you to quit your internet, you know?
Wasn't terrible, but enough takes were so bad that I shouldn't have uploaded it. You might think that this video is over now. After all, my Synni video is the
dirty
main
lie,
problem people
Carla.
have, right?
Dirty lie.
Well, surprisingly, no. In fact, I would actually go as far as to say that it's only 1/10 of the reason as to why I'm getting cancelled right now. Because Synni thought it would be a good idea to leak our DMs, even though I was sticking my neck out to help her. Now, I've been called a simp for defending someone before. I've been called a simp for Peaches, Antunes, Mari, and many others. But because the DMs between me and Synni were leaked, the simping allegations actually have some evidence for once. However, the allegations of me simping for Synni are false.
By the way, can I just say how much I hate this blurred effect he's doing?
Understand why someone would believe I was simping, especially if they didn't know me as a person. I'm gonna be real here. Me saying wanna see my cock, followed up by a picture of a chicken, or me commenting nice pussy when someone shows me their cat, are common jokes I've
Oh, you happen to leave out the little audio attachment under that where you're literally saying, nice pussy, that's a nice pussy.
made multiple times with multiple different people. I can't believe I used the same cock joke on the same person twice. The only compliment I gave her was calling her Mamacita. Here's the audio clip.
Alright, Mamacita, I'll hit you up when I get home.
As you can clearly see, I was making a race joke, not actually trying to hit on her. When I do hit on women, I don't put on a voice like that. I can't believe people thought this was my attempt to sound sexy. I talk to both men and women like this, it's just how I joke around.
I feel like he's making this worse for himself, if I'm being honest. I think he's just making this whole thing worse for himself.
Example, here are a few audio clips I've sent to Akumu, not to be confused with Kumo.
Me and you, man, we're gonna make some magic together.
Akumu, trust me, our team up on YouTube is gonna result in Yaoi being drawn of us. It's gonna be great. Yes, Yaoi, boys and lover.
Let's be real here. If I said this to Synni or any woman, I would never hear the end of it. I'm gonna be honest here. I think telling someone we're gonna make some magic together and that people will draw ship art of us is a lot more sexual than saying wanna see my cock and sending an image of a chicken. I also have ship art of me and another YouTuber. It's Manga Common, who is a guy. It's Rule 63 versions of our avatars kissing in underwear.
Now, the whole world pretty much knows what I jerk off to.
I have no desire nor romantic interest in getting together with Manga Common. If I had art like this commissioned of me and Synni,
I don't understand what this is supposed to make him look better. Is that what I'm getting from this? He's supposed to look better from this?
oh my god, I would never be able to get out of this. I also said this to her in our interview, which was the first time I ever had a call with her. Like, here's the thing, I'm way more sexist than I'm racist. What do you know, you're a woman. I'm gonna be honest here, being sexist towards women, even if it's done in a joking way, is not a good way to get them to fall for you. As more and more DMs between me and other women got leaked, people start believing that I didn't simp for Synni, but I was simping for every woman I've ever talked to. I heard some people saying, oh, maybe he just talks to every woman like this. The truth is, I talk to every person like this, both men and women. It's just how I joke around. Here's some friendly advice. Telling a woman want to see my cock and sending a picture of a chicken is not a good way to pick up chicks. If I truly believed it was a good way to pick up chicks, then I would have pursued every woman I sent this to romantically. But aside from one, I don't think I've pursued any of these women. Yeah, I did send this to my girlfriend as a joke, but we talked for several months before we actually got together. I didn't send it to her as a pickup line. I legitimately just thought it was funny. One of my thumbnail artists even sent out this voice clip.
What a cute little pussy.
I think it's pretty clear from my tone of voice that I'm making a joke. I'm not.
Nope. Sorry, brother. Nothing about that sounds like a joke. And maybe we just don't get your humor, but it just comes off as super cringe, bro. Super, super cringe. He's the one who communed that one. He also commissioned one from Janner Animation's character, too. Yeah, he's digging himself a deeper hole. None of this is coming off as genuine. Maybe he's just really this idiotic, I guess.
not actually drunk. But here's the context as to why I sent that voice clip. Cat the cat spelled with a K instead of a C. Next time you leak something out, make sure to edit your reaction. Saying Lamau implies you thought it was funny, not creepy. Some people have accused me of sending the chicken image to get out of sending my dick when someone says no to me. Then why is it that out of all the examples I have found, is there no one saying no to me? Pretty much every single questionable DM of mine has been leaked, so there should be at least one image of my joystick. I'm not going to send a picture of my dick over the internet. Plus, I wouldn't want any of you males to feel inadequate. I'm also not gonna lie, people trying to hunt down an actual picture of my cock is a little bit creepy. But of course—
Oh my god, dude, stop. The whole, oh yeah, everybody who's making fun of me as a small dick, it's played out, bro. His light spazzing out in the video is making me feel like I'm about to have a... I know, I hate this editing. I hate it so much. Why, Jar? Why is everything blurry? It makes no sense. Not a whole EG, a grave he can't get out of. Yes, this is bad. Honestly, he should have just went back to making content. That's really all he should have done. Just go back to making content, not this. This is like everybody remembering just how idiotic this guy was this whole time. Jaden Animation, she also said not to make art of her like that. That's a real popular animator, right?
The big one is me falling asleep on calls with her. I'm going to be honest, out of everything, this was the main thing that I didn't want to get leaked out. I have incredibly bad sleep insomnia. I have blackout curtains, and I often use different methods to help me sleep, such as melatonin, NyQuil, and more. I even have earplugs and use a fan as background sound. Talking to someone as I fall asleep, waiting for—
Wait a minute.
I have blackout curtains, and I often use different methods to help me sleep, such as melatonin, NyQuil, and more. I even have earplugs and use a fan as—
Yo, what is all over this rug, dude? What is all over this rug? What is this? If you're going to take a picture of your fan, look how dirty the fan is. If you're going to take a picture of that, maybe clean up first, bro. This is, ugh. What is happening? As you'll see, I like to stain my rugs in front of my fans so that I can really breathe in my cum stains in front of the fan. You're not the first dude to use a fan to sleep. I have to have a fan on every night when I sleep, or else I sleep like shit. But this is a little weird. It's the AIDS from the fan. The Ethan is online video. Yeah, Ethan Online sucks. So does Eden Riley. He's just jerking it into the windjammer. Let's see if you can fly, baby.
Background sound. Talking to someone as I fall asleep,
it's
waiting
not
for the
rare.
pills to kick in.
Sleeping with a fan on doesn't prove you have a sleep issue. It soothes you to sleep. That's the whole point of it. Ambient noise. There's an app, Amazon Echo, is dedicated to that. This is one point I don't get. If he falls asleep easier because of hearing someone's voice, why doesn't he just listen to an audiobook or podcast? Because, Blue Jay, then he wouldn't have some girl to talk to and fall asleep to. That's why. But you're right. You're absolutely right. Your point's dead on.
Is one of the easiest ways to help me fall asleep. I could only call Cindy near the end of the day when
Looks
she
like
and
he
I
took
were
a
both off
shit
of work.
right in front
It's
of
not
the
like I
fan.
fell asleep while the call
He
was
might
still
have.
going or anything like that.
Yes. This is just a reminder that my shit don't stink, guys. All you small-cocked men out there who wish that you were me. Oh, shut up, dude. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. There's a time to joke about stuff like that, but it's not when you just embarrass yourself in front of the whole internet. Like, let's just be realistic, okay? There's a time to be like, yeah, I don't want to make you have dick envy. It's not after you just took one of the biggest L's in 2024.
Professor Dreadlock has talked to me as I fell asleep numerous times. Unfortunately, he was on a business trip. Last time he went on a trip, I did this with someone else, and that person did not come to the conclusion that it was a romantic or a sexual thing. Because of my autism, I'm very blunt with the request I make. Falling
There we go again. It's the autism, guys.
asleep on call with someone was literally done to help me sleep. I was taking Adderall to finish up the Cine video, so that is one of the reasons why I had such a—
Great. Admitting to taking drugs.
Because of my autism, I'm very blunt with the request I make. Falling asleep on call with someone was literally done to help me sleep. I was taking
Yo, I heard he got them from Destiny, though. Something tells me he didn't buy those legally. Something tells me. And he didn't spell Adderall right. He spelled Adderall. I took drugs, Adderall, to get my video you remade. I like Adderall, but sometimes it keeps me from sleeping. Yeah, gee, you think because you're basically taking meth. That's a good dad joke. I'm known for my dad jokes, you know. You could say that shit hit the fan. Yeah. Right now, don't we have the same time zone? It's like 5 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I took drugs, Adderall, to get my video on you remade. I like Adderall, but sometimes it keeps me from sleeping. He definitely bought this from a dealer. or somebody he knows who has it. Like, nobody keeps their Adderall in a bag like that unless they bought it illegally. Also, the fact that you have to take Adderall to get your videos done, you're talking to one of the most ADHD motherfuckers on this whole entire platform. And I managed to get my videos done without it. Autism doesn't affect your sleep. ADHD does. I deal with it all the time with my son. Yeah, it seems like he's just using autism as an excuse for everything. Don't blame me. It's my autism.
Adderall
No
to
word,
finish up the Synni video, so that
I
is
can
one of
never
the reasons
type.
why I had such a hard time passing out. I used to do what many people have referred to as sleepy
Yeah, it's
time
supposed to be in
calls
a
on
name
Skype
in
all
a
the
bottle.
time. The only problem is Skype deletes your messages after 3 years, so I don't have the proof for that. Luckily, one of my old friends has agreed to give his testimony.
Yeah, autism probably can affect your sleep, Rajira, but so does taking copious amounts of Adderall. If I were to take an Adderall right now without having have taken them for years, I would probably be up until tomorrow night. And it's 7 o'clock right now, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hey man, so we've been friends
7:41
for
to
like
be
several
exactly.
years, right?
Yeah, so since like we were like 6 or 7.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And we moved in together. How many years or months would you say we lived together?
That would have been like 2016-ish, like maybe about like half a year or so.
And you told me that I was borderline asexual a handful of times, right?
You might have had a thing for Gonzalo.
Our 470-pound roommate?
He was that heavy?
Yeah, but you did say I was borderline
This
asexual
feels
a
so
handful of
forced.
times, right?
This feels so incredibly forced.
Right.
I guess so, yeah.
What do you think about the way I talk to both men and women?
Yeah, and they do have orange pills. Those were like big ones, like 30 milligram Adderalls that are instant release.
I mean, you just don't have a filter in general. That's sort of like, you just talk to people sort of like wild stuff.
Yeah, I got warnings from both you and many other people that this would bite me in the ass one day, but I never thought it would be this bad.
Yeah, this is like the hardest you've ever been canceled.
Yeah, but the biggest issue people seem to have with me is not the inappropriate way I talk, but the way I fell asleep on calls with her, and that's why I had to come to you. Out of anyone, I think you know about my sleep patterns better than anyone else.
Yeah, like you'll pace back and forth sometimes just thinking these times.
Was there ever a time I talked to you as I fell asleep?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, it would help me fall asleep too now and then. It's good and relaxing, you know, like ASMR. Just hearing a person's voice is it's a good thing, you know?
Yeah, that's why they have ASMR channels. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, did you ever think it was a romantic or sexual thing when I talked to you or any of our roommates as I fell asleep?
I mean, no, I mean, that would be kind of weird if it was.
Yeah.
No, because you're not gay. My God. Oh my jeez. I am asexual and my friends say I'm hypersexual simply because of my humor. What's the point? Yeah. Listen, I'm going to get my one friend who's known me forever that will pretty much take a bullet for me to come on here and tell you guys exactly who I am.
Get that, especially when you consider the fact that we were all guys and I'm not gay.
I mean, maybe 1 or 2 times with like Gonzo, but
Shut the fuck up! I almost did this as well with another person involved in this situation, and that is Romantic Goblin. I will admit, this is a weird and abnormal thing I do, but I don't do it in a romantic or sexual way. Even Synni herself admitted she thought it was just me being autistic.
You know, like, how could he get caught in a cheating scandal or dumped by his girlfriend if nobody will believe it ever happened? And now you're acting uncertain that that was the case.
I didn't think it was at the time. At the time, I thought it was just being, like, weird. I didn't think it was, like, an actual pass. Like, I was assuming what he was,
You're smarter than you're letting on.
because I just thought it was strange to say, because it's just not something you say.
Because you thought it was a flirt.
Not really, it's just...
Well, then why would it be strange?
I mean, I don't know, it's just not a say very often.
So what else would it have been?
Is him being autistic? I don't fucking know.
Did you actually stay on the phone with him while he went to sleep?
I thought I was being a friend. I thought he was trying to be a friend of me.
Granted, she later changed her stance to the popular opinion, saying things like how she felt so violated by me. But I have to ask, where am I simping or cheating? I don't see this as simp behavior. I'm not constantly giving her compliments and money. At first people said this was cheating, then they later walked it back to emotional cheating. Where's the emotion in saying I want to see my cock followed up by a picture of a chicken? If there was
Oh, he definitely didn't get that from the pharmacy. He probably bought it off his friend or something who actually has a prescription for it.
some more evidence, like me constantly giving her compliments or confiding in her emotionally, then I think this would be an open and shut case. But the thing is, no one has any evidence like that. Kumo knew what was going on. Why didn't he ask Synni to ask me how I truly felt about her, or something along those lines? That would have been undeniable proof, and I would have no way of getting out of it. Yes, I do find Synni's avatar attractive, but 99% of the time, people's avatars look a lot more attractive than they do in real life. Even my robot avatar looks more attractive than me. I didn't know what
in the fuck am I even listening to, dude? What is even happening right now?
Cinny looked like in real life at the time. I'm not going to hit on a woman that I haven't even seen before. Hopeless Peaches had an incredibly attractive avatar, but in real life she looked like an Albinoric from Elden Ring. Not the hot ones that ride on wolves, the ones that look like frogs.
Okay, that was kind of funny.
Never asked for a picture of what Cinny looked like in real life, and I never did a video call with.
There's a reason people use those types of avatars, right? Because nobody's going to be attracted. Listen, not everybody can look like me. I'm sorry. You know, I'm doing a just a robot thing here, but not everybody has this perfect symmetrical face. These dimples. I don't have dimples. These pearly white teeth. This luscious hair. I don't need to make an avatar, baby. When I do, it's just so I don't get copyright claimed when I'm reviewing a movie. I don't need no robot, biatch. I'm just kidding. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I think I'm just getting stupid at this point. I think I'm just full on retarded now.
With her. I don't want people to believe that I was simping or cheating, but even if I can, there's at least one person who believes that I wasn't simping or cheating, and that's my girlfriend. And honestly, I think I should care more about her opinion than the opinions of random people on the internet.
I have a robot. It's just a robot. He's my robot now. When I go to bed tonight, I'm not going to be sleeping and talking to Miss Lately as I fall asleep. I'm going to be calling Jar. I'm going to be like, Jar, I just need someone to fall asleep with, bro. Show me that cock. The next part I can't even comment on. Believe me, it gets worse. It's just going to sit here and try not to lose my will to live. Yow. I feel you, dude. We're halfway through this video. We're halfway through. And I feel like I'm about to, I don't even know. I've lost my will to live. I think I've already lost my will to live. And I just covered some seriously horrible allegations, but no. Just the robot's the one who makes me lose my will to live. Yeah, so get rid of your anime avatar. We want to see you. Yeah, Eshif, the only reason I use the anime avatar when I'm doing like the movie stuff is because I need it to not get copyright claimed on those videos. Because if I don't have that up there, it gets tagged like crazy and claimed like crazy. But I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get rid of it. I do like him though. I worked really hard on him.
Don't get me wrong, with everybody yelling at me and all the videos made on me, I started questioning my reality, asking myself if I really did cheat on my girlfriend. I was starting to buy into the negative hype surrounding me. I started believing that I cheated on my girlfriend, but after looking over things more clearly and talking with my girlfriend, I realized I didn't cheat on her.
If you have to ask if you cheated on your girlfriend, chances are you cheated on your girlfriend. I've never once had to sit there and be like, did I cheat? Did I cheat on Miss Lately? No. Yeah, because I didn't. Like, if you have to ask yourself, that's a big problem. I don't get the point. I am totally a curvy demon. Just wait for this secret fetish. Oh, is this the fart stuff that we're getting to?
And I would never cheat on her. She's the most wonderful person I've ever been with. It's very odd that the main narrative around Cinny was that she was a groomer but not a pedo. But now all of a sudden people are saying I rizzed up a pedo, or that I cheated on my girlfriend with a pedo. Seriously, who do you guys think I am, Monkey Jones? I didn't have any sexy roleplays with Cinny, or any roleplays for that matter. I never requested her to draw me any lewd art.
Did you guys do them together at all?
No, what the fuck?
He didn't make it like in your phone calls with him. He doesn't do anything freaky.
No, he mostly just talked about fucking like Star Wars and shit. And I mostly just talked about my cat, like...
Now, I did admit that I wanted Cinny as an ally, but I didn't elaborate on what I meant by that. I've been working with a Kumu, not to be confused with Kumo, who was slandered by the ArchCC. I was also slandered by the ArchCC, and I thought Cinny was as well. I worked with Peaches, who was slandered by the ArchCC, and we did a lot of good together, but Peaches only went after people who talked about them. I knew I couldn't stop people from getting slandered by the ArchCC by myself. I needed help. But stopping commentators from slandering people, even if it's a niche group of commentators, is an absolute pipe dream, and I'm giving up on it. I didn't help people like Hopeless Peaches and Mari, or Princess Elizabeth 013 with the expectations that they would return my kindness one day. Granted, I always hoped that they would join me and help me help out other people who were slandered, but it almost never happened. Putting my channel and reputation at risk to help another YouTuber rarely gets me views or any form of benefit. Often it means I will have to deal with their haters from now on, or they'll come after me for not helping them out enough. I'm not the best judge of character, and I think it's time I stop trying to be a little internet hero.
Yes, I will agree with that one for once. Stop trying to help other people all the time. You're setting yourself up for failure. The reason I stuck up for Nerd City is because I believe he was really being wrong, like truly being wrong. And the reason I stuck up for Chud, because it was pointless. There's times to step up and be a hero for people. You don't go searching them out. You have to have a self-interest involvement. Pierogi was totally being screwed, and I saw it, and I wanted to do something about it. You don't go around looking for people to defend, though.
I now understand more than ever before why other people don't do this. I want to make this clear. Whenever I defend anyone, I'm not saying they're a perfect little angel who didn't do anything wrong. Not every allegation about Cinny was true, but enough of them were. But I know you guys aren't just here for this stuff about Cinny. You're also here regarding the allegations involving the image of Jade Animations lifting up her shirt. First of all, yeah, I always had a thing for Jade Animations' avatar. I've never kept that fact hidden. I even asked her out on a date at the end of my first AFPina video, and Then she immediately uploaded a video saying that she was asexual. Jesus, I've never been rejected that hard. But of course, the more important part about all of this is the age of the person who drew this picture for me. A document was made roughly a week after I got involved in the cine drama. Basically,
okay, if you're attracted to cartoon characters, maybe you got an issue. Maybe you got a bit of an issue there.
Person who I will be referring to as K was in one of my Discord servers. According to their document, they were in a VC with me, and I made a request for my avatar to be...
Same for Tipster because he was seriously being wronged, and I saw it. I wasn't around for all the Tipster stuff, but the reason that I like Tipster is because he's a genuine guy. Like, he treats me with respect. He doesn't treat me like somebody who is below him. His subscriber count doesn't change the way he talks to me. He talks to me like the same as he would anybody. And I respect people for that because there are a lot of people online who have high subscriber counts who will talk down to you. Chud's not one of those people. Chud treats me like a human being. If you have a high subscriber count and you treat me like a human being, I have 10 times more respect for you because I know that you're not egotistical, but trust me, there are people who are that way. I'm not going to name anybody, but there's so many examples of people who have zero reason to be friendly towards me, and they're friendly towards me even though they're incredibly well-known online, but they treat you like a human being because they themselves are a good, decent human being. And those are the types of people I tend to want to help out.
S-ing Jaden Animations. Then everybody yelled at me that there was a minor in the call, and I lowered the request to just Jaden Animations lifting up her shirt. And Kay, who was 17 at the time, was the one who drew it for me. The most damning claim in this document doesn't have any evidence to support it. To my knowledge, the call wasn't recorded, and I don't think I or most people would remember what they said in a specific VC over 4 years ago. I don't know what I said, but I don't think I said that. I'm pretty sure this was just put in the document to make me sound as much like Synnie as possible.
What's that one guy? That one guy who became so obsessed with a cartoon character that he went on to kill people for her? That is wrong. That is clearly mental illness right there.
My best guess is I was making a video about Jaden Animations porn, and I wanted something to be used in a thumbnail, and Kay offered to do it for me so she could get the art role. Let's be honest here, this picture of Jaden looks like it would be more at home in a thumbnail than in someone's wink bank. After they made the art for me, several months later, they told me that they were 17 at the time they made it. When I saw this message, I didn't know how to respond. It was just before Christmas, so I got ready for the holidays and forgot all about her message. So as you can see, they told me their age after they made the art. According to their document, they didn't want to come out about this sooner because I was a big, scary, and intimidating YouTuber.
I can get it. Not everybody's first thought is, let me ask who I'm talking to's age. But if you're going to be getting them to draw something suggestive for you, it would be good practice to find that out first, especially if you're as big of a YouTuber as you were at the time. It's just common sense. It's PR. Like, you got to make sure you're not putting yourself in a bad situation.
But the thing is, I was getting canceled about 4 years ago during the Prismate Luke and Toby drama, and that was only a few months after they made this art.
Yes, my daughter was attracted to Sonic when she was 5 and 6, but she's not anymore. You grow out of it.
For me, so that would have been the perfect time.
But if you're an adult and you're still having attraction towards cartoons, then you probably need to talk to someone
to release this. The people I was dealing with back then were cartoonishly uncharitable. She really missed out on a big opportunity. You can also see from our DMs, which Kay showed from the bottom up for some reason, she was always the one starting the conversation with me and not the other way around. Literally, the last quote-unquote conversation we had was the same year the Synnie drama happened, in 2024. If I was a big, scary, intimidating YouTuber, then why did they continue talking to me?
Oh, the typical, oh, they messaged me first. I heard Sonic is EG's future son-in-law. Oh my god. Well, we'd be wealthy. I don't know how that would work, though. I think Chris Chan would be a little upset about that.
Why did they make the art just for a Discord role? And if they thought it was wrong, then why didn't they tell anyone about it before the drama around me happened? After they got slight pushback, once they put this document out in the public, they deleted their Twitter. So they kind of just...
Did he really think this was going to win over hearts and minds? He would have been better off just acting like nothing happened. If I was in his position, I would have just kept going like nothing happened. This is making it sound so much worse, dude. You're looking so much worse. Why would anybody ever listen to this guy again after this?
Nuke themselves and me for literally no gain. However, the document was out just long enough to do
you were attracted to Sonic
Even
too, Kaylee?
Chud, Kuimon, and Himpleton, along with their chats, thought this was a bit ridiculous. Keep in mind, I'm public enemy #1 right now, so...
She likes him, and he got no idea. She's clearly engaging him more than the other way around. CMB, the person making allegations, have a lot of friends playing VR, and name some of those friends groups. Jar only likes porn. Why is that in here? We should cancel her. One mild picture? Come on. He was only interested when it was about corn. Why isn't Jar gooming me harder? Aren't I what Daddy Jar wants? This is what Chud's chat does. This is a hit piece that they're trying to assassinate Jar. Yeah, they're just messing around. I don't think these people seriously believe that you're being targeted. Ever since she told him she was 17 at the time, he's cold AF. Or these could be people that were, I don't know, just disagreeing with Chud, because a lot of people disagree with Chud just to get a reaction out of him.
So my reputation is at an all-time low, which means the charitability people will give me is not very high. She got interviewed and admitted to being overdramatic. However, there's a reason why I'm calling her Kay instead of her Discord name, and that's because I don't want you to send her any hate. Now,
yes, exactly. Chud's chat would say that. Why doesn't Jar like me? He's really looking at this like, look, Chud's chat's defending me.
I understand her name is already out there in other people's videos, but I personally don't want to send her any more hate for one specific reason, and that's because she acted completely differently in the interview than how she came across in her doc, which to me heavily implies that someone else wrote it for her, or at the very least, someone manipulated her into writing the document in the way she did. I can't believe that throughout my entire time—
Jar would have been so much— sorry, I know I'm Paul's Andean, but Char would have been so much better off if he was just like, you know what? So I'm going to start the video off. So you guys probably knew I was involved in some drama, whatever. If you all want to talk about it, go for it. But I'm here to talk about something I actually care about, and then into your video. That would have been 10 times more like of a flex on people than this, whatever the fuck this is.
I'm on the internet, I've only requested 2 pieces of quote-unquote goon art, and one of them caused this much drama around me. Goddamn. Yeah, aside from these 2 images, there's no other piece of goon art that I have requested. I have one of them just to see if someone would make it, just for a Discord role, and the other one was to fuck with Manga Common. The only evidence that exists that implies I knew her age at the time was from this screenshot. However, I'm dyslexic, so I only skimmed her message and replied with, "That's sweet of you, thank you," just so I could be polite. I was talking to a lot of people back then. I'm not gonna read that much text from someone I barely know. That's way too much work. Reading gives me a massive headache. As for her age and birthday in her bio, back then I didn't really check those, plus it doesn't show up on my laptop for some reason. It does, however, show up on my mobile device, but I use Discord on my laptop 99% of the time. If anyone knows why this is the case, please tell me in the comments down below. However, I still made a mistake here, because whether she was 7, 17, or 70, I should have 100% asked for her age beforehand. So for that reason, I have to apologize.
Oh, that's cute,
okay?
Kaylee.
I'm sorry for being an irresponsible server owner. You were 17, and it was my job to check your age beforehand. Now, some people, like Ghost Cato, have tried to increase this allegation all the way to a grooming allegation. No wonder why Just a Robot was so eager to defend Synni. Skullface, pedos of a feather, flock together. IG. Where did they get the pedophilia from this? Jaden Animations is the same age as me. It's not like I was asking for sexy artwork of that anime VTuber Shark Girl or anything like that. I have to say, if you actually—
I think this is supposed to be a response with receipts, but I don't know. To me, it just looks like he's digging his own grave. Yes. That's what it feels like to me, too. He would have been better off just ignoring all this. The only time I would feel the need to really defend myself is if there was actual proof. I've never been in this situation. I hope I'm never in this situation. And if I ever am in this situation, I'm not apologizing to anybody for anything. Let them talk, is what I say. Guilty people tend to explain why they're not guilty.
Actually believe this is grooming, then I must be the worst groomer in the world. I make them draw 1 picture for me, then barely interact with them for 4 years.
Do I have a gas fetish? Let's go! It's time to get to the gas part. Finally, we've been waiting this whole time. And here we go!
The next big allegation against me is kind of like the first one. I sent this image to someone who was apparently a minor at the time. I sent it because I honestly thought it was funny.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Why? Why? Why would you do this? You better never be in that situation, sir. I don't know how I could get myself into this situation, Tina Cat. I'm sorry, Tina Cat. But if I ever am, just unsubscribe and run from me as fast as you guys can.
Like, I think
I'd have to be on drugs again, I think.
You guys can see the comedic nature of this image. Here's all my DMs with this person. As you can see, we barely spoke, and they sent me some inappropriate stuff, like a video about Kronk judging the size of your dick.
Yeah, this is what we've been waiting for.
I acknowledge their age near the end of the chat.
Fuck everything else. Fuck everything else. I do not care about Jar's grooming allegations or any of the other stuff. I want to get down to the bottom of whether or not this guy's got a fart fetish or not.
What their age was around this time. However, I did not check their age at the time, so to comedic autism, I am sorry for not double checking your age before sending you this image. Now,
I need to get an autism count meter going. How many times he blames autism for him being a complete idiot.
Some people have accused me of having a fart fetish from this image, even though I think it's the only fart image I've ever sent, and I sent it because I thought it was funny, not because I thought it was hot. Some people have even said that the person in the box is me. I guess everybody forgot how to reverse Google image search. Not every bald guy is me. That's fucking dumb. I sent this image around the same time I requested the Jaden drawing, so it's clear to me
Farts
that back
are
then
funny.
I wasn't very good
They'll
at
always
checking
be
people's
funny.
ages. But I have learned to do so, and as far as I'm aware, I haven't repeated this mistake. No one called me out for this back then, I just corrected it on my own. I think there's only one more big allegation against me that I think I need to go over.
And that's the stuff surrounding VidCon 2023. First of all,
I'm a little shocked that they held on to this for over...
Well, the fart stuff was lackluster. I was expecting to be like a good 20 to 30 minutes part of the video, but just to be able to sleep tonight, I'm going to go to bed sleeping tonight thinking that Jar does have a fart fetish because it makes me feel better about myself. Don't take a shot every time he blames his autism. You would die of alcohol poisoning. Yes, absolutely you would.
Over a year. Yeah, the ArtCC wasn't planning anything against me, nothing at all. Basically, just before VidCon started, I showed off my new thumbnail for my Spockter video. Obviously, it had an EDP joke in it because, well, I love making jokes about EDP. Bro is the most exposed man on the internet. And Spockter had the nudes of a 13-year-old on his flash drive, and EDP went to go meet up with a 13-year-old. So that was the thought process behind the joke. People in the ArtCC had an issue with this, and eventually I came to the conclusion that the problem was that people would come across this thumbnail and immediately assume I was comparing him directly to EDP. So I decided to change it. Now granted, they don't seem to have the same problem with other clickbait titles and thumbnails about me, but I guess it's one of those rule for thee but not for me kind of things.
I feel you, Kaylee.
But I still thought we were on friendly terms and we would meet up at VidCon. I sent this inappropriate joke to Mal, and she did not take very kindly to it. I should note that I was a bit high at the time, but not for me kind of things. But I still thought we were on friendly terms and we would meet up at VidCon. I sent this.
I'm still in transit at the moment. I've gotten to the Airbnb once we get settled in, although I'm not sure there'll be time for VC stuff during VidCon. We could talk in person at VidCon, just me and you over drinks. Maybe you could come to the hotel room with me. LOL JK. What is that supposed to mean other than come back to my room and let's bang? No way. I'm not going to spend VidCon time on that sort of thing. I want to focus on holiday stuff. Just a robot. Did you see the last message? Sent at the same time as my message, but also XD still no way. Fuck. Well, I still would like to meet you. I do hold your opinion as high as Peaches and Leo's. Supposed to be Leo, but they do not like Spockter at all. So they might have had a lapse in thinking. I just haven't seen anyone say you went too hard on Spockter until you came along. Hell, most people said I went soft on the guy. Why is it so funny to me? Something is wrong with me. Yes, it is. There's something wrong with you, Kaylee, but we wouldn't have you any other way. Please to read if you'd like. Listen, if I said to any of you guys, we should talk in person, and then I followed it up with, at VidCon, just me and you over drinks, maybe you could come to my hotel room with my LOL JK. What would you guys take that as? You guys would assume EG trying to fuck me. That's what you guys would think, right? Because that is exactly what he's saying right here.
This inappropriate joke to Mal, and she did not take very kindly to it. I should note that I was a bit high at the time. Weed is illegal in Texas, but in California it's very easy to get. But the bigger issue was me constantly...
Don't blame it on weed, bro. Don't blame it on weed. Want to meet up at 12 at the water fountain? Mally malware. I'm not at VidCon anymore. Going to rest, so nah, enjoy your day. Just a robot. I meant tomorrow. I also left. I think it closes at 9 or 10. Mally malware. Nah, I'm good. I got a lot to do over VidCon as well. Just a robot. All right, but what do you look like? Because the badges are too hard to read fast. Oh my God. Oh my God. I also can't hear everyone's voices at the same time. I don't really want to meet up. Don't want to talk about YouTube/work/drama. Don't want to talk about the video and Twitter stuff. Just vibing with my girls. Just a robot. I didn't want to talk about any of that. Just wanted to say hello and a handshake and leave. But it was really a bad time for all this drama to go down right before the con. To be honest, it's not because of any of the drama. I just want to spend my time with my friends enjoying my VidCon meet and greets and stuff. Don't think it's a drama thing, just doing my own thing on the holiday. There's no other way to take this than this guy being like, I really want to meet you. I think if you could just see me, you would see how handsome I am. You would fall in love with me if you could just see me. After sleep, I'll go back to normal, promise. Yeah, those are the two girls he went to the con to stalk. They have a video of him there. Oh my God, they have a video of him stalking them. Jar's playing 52 card pickup lie to try to excuse his behavior. Yeah, there's no other way to look at this than not taking no for an answer, dude. She says, no, I don't want to meet up. That's where you go, oh, okay, bet. But if you happen to run into me, you know, don't be afraid to say hi. And you leave it there. You don't say, but I really want to see you. No, but I could do this. No, but I really wanted to shake your hand. It's bad. Like, this is a bad look for anybody. But let's see how he talks his way out of this one.
Pushing to meet up with her. Eventually, I told her that I'll leave her be because I had no more plans to meet up with her because she didn't want to see me. Now, I did later apologize for this, but unfortunately, it came a little bit too late. Admittedly, I should have stopped after she...
Yes.
I was walking around at VidCon doing stuff at different panels. Eventually, I got hungry. I bought some ice cream, I sat down to eat it, and then I heard Ponder's voice and looked to my left, saying that she was sitting right next to me. So I shook her hand, revealed who I was, she exclaimed, "Oh my god," and I walked away.
I thought it was funny. Ponder described this interaction as a lot more creepy than it really was, adding things like me squeezing her hand and other stuff like that. Or that I was laughing maniacally as I walked away. I did laugh, but it wasn't until I was inside. She talked about this interaction literally a year later, and drew me as a sexy elf boy for some reason. She kept me anonymous, of course. A bit odd that my anonymity was important until I was getting bashed. I'm confused as to what the allegation is here. It's just a handshake. I didn't put my arm around her and say the N-word. Ponder has drawn my avatar in very compromising positions a handful of times without my request or consent. I want to make this clear, I don't really care how she drew my avatar. If the genders were reversed, what I did would have been seen as no big deal, but what she did would have been seen as a huge deal. The problem with this allegation is I don't know what people are accusing me of. It was just a handshake. People have claimed I cheated on my girlfriend.
No, I think the problem is that the girls repeatedly told you they weren't interested in hanging out, and you still found a way to find them and talk to them. And I don't think you being drawn as a sexy elf boy is any kind of inkling of how she viewed you or anything like that.
By doing this, even though we got together after this interaction.
He really does have an
occurred,
excuse
and
for
I think
everything.
A handshake is one of the most unromantic things you can do with a person. I don't think this is sexual assault, it's just two hands touching. I wasn't hunting the others down at VidCon. If I was, I would have just stayed there with Ponder. I knew she was friends with them, and I knew they were going to meet up. Basically, the allegation about me hunting the others down at VidCon has no proof backing it up. In fact, all the proof seems to contradict that claim. I sat next to Ponder by complete accident. I wasn't going to pass up on that opportunity. Then there was another allegation about me hunting them down at VidCon 2024. From the video evidence I have seen,
the video footage just shows them running or hiding from someone who is allegedly me, but they don't show me in any of their video footage. There's not one single shred of evidence that I was looking for them.
Sure, I was keeping an eye out for Ponder. If I saw her, I was just going to say, "Hey, did you see Akumu's new video on you?" and then walk away. And that was about it. If there was video evidence...
I doubt you would have walked away, bro. You would have sat there and talked to her if you had the opportunity to.
Me running up the escalator to catch them, or chasing them around at panels, that would for sure make me look very creepy. But just for the sake of argument, let's take their word on it. Let's say I was hunting them down at VidCon and chasing after them. Then what was I going to do when I caught them? Shake their hand again? Sorry, but I'm going to keep going to VidCon. I'm not looking for you guys, and I hope you guys aren't looking for me. We can both enjoy it separately. As much as they say that I'm
Me thinks he doth protest too much. I agree, he does.
Paranoid, I think they're really the paranoid ones. I just wanted to meet up with them at VidCon, and all of this happened. Goddamn.
Yes, bro, because you didn't take no for an answer. That's it. It never would have happened if you were just like, if she was like, nah, I don't really want to meet up. And you were just like, all right, cool, no worries. And she would have nothing. She would have nothing to share with anybody. But you kept going, bro. You kept going.
I think this became less important as my drama started, but I might as well nip this in the butt right now. I was letting the YouTuber Zaid, aka Misanthropony, upload videos on my channel. He left YouTube due to threatening people he doesn't like on alt accounts and then lying about it, and then repeating the same process a few more times. I decided to give him one more chance. His fans missed
Yeah, I'm
his
surprised.
content,
You're right.
and
I'm
not
surprised
gonna
he didn't blame his autism for not taking no for an answer.
It made me some money. Unfortunately, by doing this, it meant I had to deal with some of Zaid's haters myself, and they're, an interesting group.
And well, I'm gonna make you wish that you'd stayed gone, on in.
As far as I'm aware, while Zaid was on my channel, he didn't mess up by creating alt accounts. Due to the Synnibear drama I got myself involved in, I told him it was best if we go our separate ways so he doesn't get any more hate. He asked me to take his videos down off of my channel once my response came out, and I agreed to do.
Heard you wanted to call. Do you by any chance have a Discord server? Why? He already knows whatever it is gonna be not good for him. I was hoping to come in and show people my new channel and video. Anyone in your audience wondering what's gonna happen to me now that I'm no longer on your channel?
Do that. But then he asked me to take them down even sooner.
Luke, I want my content removed from your channel right now. That includes the Star Wars vids, cuties video, the tribute that I made to James Earl Jones, and the Steven Universe video, the Snow White video, and Silent Hill video. I no longer wish to wait for whatever response you're working on. I don't want them in your spaces any longer. First off, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, first off, fuck you. I'm going to keep them up there because you gave them to me, bitch. Don't talk to me like that. If you want your videos down, you're going to come correct, son. You're going to come correct, right? But let's see how Jar responds. Okay, so first, you want to wait and then you don't. This response is going to take time and I need to gather a lot of info. You asking for this means I will need to record a part. I helped you and believed you when no one else did. To be honest, I saw this coming. I'll take down today or tomorrow if that is what you wish. If I was helping someone out and they're like, yo, can I post stuff on your channel? And I was like, yeah, because, you know, you're getting a bad route. And they came to me like this, being like, I want my content removed from your channel right now. I'd be like, first off, go fuck all the way off, because you put them on my channel, therefore now it's my content, bitch. I don't know, this dude's an idiot.
Along with asking me to advertise his channel on my community tab, give it a shout out in my response video, and advertise it in my Discord. I agreed to this, so I took his videos down, which is why suddenly a bunch of my content disappeared. I wasn't trying to hide anything, nor was I trying to say, oh look, Zaid's videos are no longer on my channel, you guys can like me now. I literally just took them down because he asked me to. He made those videos, so I thought he had the final say on the matter, and I was going to boost his new channel, but I decided not to because he was calling me a pedo apologist on
For calling me a pedo apologist on your new channel and your cuties re-upload from my channel, which is a lie on your end. Cinny isn't a pedo. You can't forget about me giving you those thumbnails or linking your channel. I want nothing to do with you anymore. I gave you an outlet to express yourself. When you wanted the videos down, I removed them without question. I want nothing to do with you anymore. And if you think I'm a pedo apologist, then you should have blocked me. If I was hosting someone else's videos on my channel and they talked to me like this and shit, oh man, I would have been like, y'all can go kick rocks, dude. Like, I'm keeping them now, bitch. They're my videos now.
I don't think he knows what that word means, because the main reason why I defended Cinny was because I thought she was trying to get with a minor. I wouldn't have even entertained the idea of defending her. I really should have heeded the warnings of people who told me not to work with the guy. Zaid, if you're watching this, you are a talented guy. You make great videos. Forget about your haters. You're always going to have haters. Just upload your great, amazing content and let them cope and see that you're a success. I have this issue where I see someone that everybody else hates.
No way, dude. Why are you saying that? I would have been like, Zaid, you know what? Fuck all the way off. You did me dirty. You could suck a D. And I hope nothing but the worst for you moving forward. Like, why are you being nice to this guy? Not everybody needs to be Wendigoon.
And I just want to help them out. It's a pattern of behavior that has bitten me in the ass over and over and over again. I just see someone
maybe you should stop that
likes,
behavior.
And I think if they just had one person defend them, maybe they can turn everything around.
Kumo gets a nice flashy title.
It was not only okay, but a good thing that Kumo leaked an early draft of my video before it was ready. They claimed he only did it to keep me from uploading my video, which isn't the best strategy in my opinion. It's kind of like stopping your friend from shooting a guy in the face by taking the gun and shooting the guy in the face yourself. And also, I don't think what Kumo did has ever worked, like, ever. But people seem to start walking back on this claim once they realize that Kumo wasn't all there.
None of you know what the fuck you're even talking about! You keep twisting the context! And people wonder why I get upset, people wonder why I get loud, and people wonder why I fucking scream. I'm gonna start flashing.
Kumo was trying to sabotage.
Yeah, but I feel like he was saying that to try to do like the Wendigoon thing. Like, you're great. Let them seethe and hate on you, bro. Like, I just want you to like me again. Like, no, that dude did you dirty. Fuck him.
Sabotage me because he doesn't like me.
But the parts that were problematic were specifically things that I would care about, and I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that because I was so focused on the guy I already didn't like. And the guy that I was already concerned was going to, like...
Yeah, I know he doesn't want to start crap, but you know what? If someone did you like that when you needed a friend, I would have handled it probably a lot differently. Like, have some fucking self-respect. That's what I'm saying. Like, he has no self-respect.
Try and do shit to you. Do you understand, Cinny, that you are in, like, the perfect position for him to take advantage of you?
It all started when I had to deal with the very poorly photoshopped allegations of grooming a 13-year-old girl. He seemed to believe they were real more than anyone else. I took a few minutes to convince him that they were clearly poorly photoshopped. You see, once Kumo is a little suspicious that you might be a pedo or a groomer, he's going to hold on to that opinion forever. By the way, a lot of people have been commenting underneath my grooming a 13-year-old allegations video that it aged poorly or that Chaos55T was in the right. I just gotta say, that's absolutely disgusting. This is stupidly one of the main reasons as to why I thought he was onto something when it came to the Synnibear 03 drama. I thought to myself, if this guy has such a low bar to call someone a pedo or a groomer, but he doesn't think this person's a groomer, then he's probably right. Basically, I thought maybe I should listen to the least charitable guy being charitable for once. I thought people just weren't listening to him because, well, pretty much everybody hated him. Unfortunately, I forgot who I was getting myself involved with. Kumo, unprompted mind you, leaked his own DMs with Cinny, and they looked even worse than mine. I don't...
Oh my god, why does he scroll through these so fast?
listening to him because, well, pretty much everybody hated him. Unfortunately, I forgot who I was getting myself involved with. Kumo, unprompted mind you, leaked his own worse than mine. I don't know what he was thinking, he kind of just...
Good morning, ma'am. What day did you say your birthday is? Kubo, rude. I just woke up, September 22nd. When's the birthday? Why is he even putting this stuff in here?
Just both. Then people found out more.
Also, when you can, you need the group chat logs. You got from Jack's account when you get the chance. Okay, let me wake up first. Okay, do you need to talk to me? Yes, queen. Can you be as gentle as possible with me? I'm going to snap. Gangy, I'm not angry at you. I'm not here to crawl up your ass. I just want to have a heart-to-heart because I'm trying my best, and I don't know if you're on board with me 100%. I'm sticking my neck out for you because I care, and I'm postponing things I planned for you. I want to make sure you and I are good.
Stuff about Kumo, such as the leg-cutting incident. Then he tried to accuse me of trying to meet up with Synni and rape her. No, he had no evidence for this. He said something to Synni to convince her that I was a rapist, but it's bleeped out. Apparently, he has evidence that I'm a rapist, but he's not releasing it to the public for whatever reason. I can't fully blame him for doing this. I mean, he convinced people that leaking out my video was a good thing, and
Listen, if someone accused me of that and they didn't have proof, I'd be suing the ever-living shit out of them. I don't care how much it took.
Convince people that I was hitting on Synni. The thing is, though, people would believe those things at face value because they're funny, but rape allegations are very serious, so people were a lot more skeptical. He was bashed for this, and then I think he tried to copyright claim someone's video for using his traced art in their thumbnail. Apparently, uploading my entire video before it's fully ready is a-okay, but don't you dare put Kumo's traced art in your thumbnail, because that's a step too far.
That's probably the first thing he said so far that I agree with. Yeah, Kumo's kind of a bitch.
After that, he couldn't handle the backlash and left the internet. Goblin Girl was all alone and eventually she gave up too. By the way, it took Kumo less than 2 weeks after my drama began to give up. Yes, him and Goblin Girl didn't even gain anything from sabotaging me. Goddamn. Kumo's a very young adult and he's clearly dealing with a lot of demons. I hope he gets the help he needs. Dude's younger than Synni. He has his whole life ahead of him. I think he still has the potential to change. There are some smaller allegations against me, like how my roommate isn't actually black, or that me and my roommate jack each other off, or that I make videos on a combination of cocaine, Adderall, and magic mushrooms. Every other allegation I've heard against me doesn't really have any proof backing it up, or the proof contradicts it.
Those ones are true, but all the other stuff you heard, there's nothing true about them. I do all my videos on cocaine, mushrooms, and Adderall.
Like the claim that
I'm sorry, Adderall.
Got a rape fetish from watching anime, even though I literally said the opposite.
Like to have a rape fetish at 11.
I mean, I think it's common to have a rape fetish, but not
no, 11. No, it's not.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Sure not.
I developed a gender bent fetish at like 7 or 8, but that's because I watched Ranma 1/2.
Yeah, Adderall. Sorry, guys, don't blame me for my simping. I just take Adderall.
And it developed early on, but like, I did develop a rape fetish.
Himpleton, you distinctly said you don't have a grape fetish.
From watching Berserk.
I won't lie, this whole drama has not been fun for me to go through. I joined the losing side in a big drama, and the people I joined tried to sabotage me and destroy me. If it wasn't for my girlfriend's support, I don't think I would have been able to come back as soon as I did. I was thinking about giving up, but then she told me that plenty of other YouTubers have gotten way more backlash than me, and they haven't given up. Turkey Tom, The Quartering, Blair White, Seth the Programmer, Illumations, Tipster, Nostalgia Critic, Killer Keemstar, Vosh, Kraut, and even more. I've seen multiple YouTubers.
Some of them are innocent, though, in the allegations they faced against them. And some of them are not. Some of them you don't want to be associated with. Like Vosh. You probably don't want to be associated with Vosh. It was kind of wholesome in a way. LOL, Jar just needs to stay off. When I saw he was banned earlier, I was mad when they put it back up.
Get less backlash than me and give up, but I think I'm going to stay. However, I'm going to take a long hiatus. I'm only taking a hiatus from uploading videos, but I'm going to keep on working on videos just as much as I always have. So once I come back in August, I'll have plenty of videos to upload. My channel hasn't been doing so hot all of 2024, so I think it's time I take a step back and re-examine everything. I want my content to be more consistent across all of my channels. I also think taking a break from YouTube would not only be a good thing for my mental health, but also because it has changed so much. It's not YouTube anymore, it's the gay love child of TikTok and Twitch. I've seen so many YouTubers.
I don't know, Kaylee. Why can't people be just normal? I'll tell you what, though. I would probably consider myself to be a pretty normal person online. And you see how hard it is for me to get any kind of notoriety, because people don't want to follow normal people. They want to follow people like Jar, who are just a complete shit show to watch.
say they're going to take a break only to not do so, and then they mess up a lot. So I'm going to try
Normal
to avoid
people are
making the
boring
same
online.
mistakes as them. Trust me, I wanted to make this video longer. I wanted to debunk more allegations against me, but if I make this video too long, well, people aren't going to check it out. The bigger I get on YouTube, the more haters I'm going to get. So I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that people are going to believe things about me that are untrue, just like a lot of big YouTubers have to deal with. Throughout my time on YouTube, I've dealt with
When I get to Moist critical levels, I'm gonna just have to grit my teeth and keep walking forward.
false murder allegations that a lot of people believed, poorly photoshopped grooming allegations, rape allegations, grooming the groomer allegations, getting backstabbed by people I was trying to help.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot of big YouTubers who have faced these types of allegations, Jar. I'm just gonna put it out there. I can't think of many large YouTubers that have dealt with grape allegations. That's
and
a
so
you
much
thing,
more.
bro.
I just need to take a step back and take a break for a little bit. I hate that people can literally say anything about me and it's treated as fact, even if they have no evidence for their claim. I debunked our gentleman's video on me, he took it down, quit YouTube for several months, and once this drama around me happened, he re-uploaded it, and it got over 200,000 views. Come on, that's a bitch move. Know what else is a bitch move? People coming out with allegations against me that if they released at any other time wouldn't have been taken seriously at all.
Yes, welcome to drama, Just a Robot. When you're down, people jump on you. That's just how it goes. I think we need to bring back shaming people. People are way too comfortable throwing all their kinks and fetishes out here for the world to see. Bring back shaming 2000. Yes. Everybody, we will now embrace shaming on this channel. We will shame you if you do some dumb ass shit. Don't worry. You can always count on me to shame people who are doing dumb shit.
If you think these allegations are half as damning as you painted them out to be, then you should have released them way sooner. But I guess you got a lot of views and attention, so I suppose it was worth it. Someone told me that more videos have been made on me than Synni. I don't know if that's true or not, but it feels true.
Oh yeah, 100%. Way more videos have been made on Jar than Synni. I don't even see Synni's videos on my timeline, but I see a shitload of Jars.
But did make a video on me. Being more hated than a groomer is not a good feeling. A lot of YouTubers I'm subscribed to made videos on me. Not only did they make videos on me, but those videos did really well for their channels. It felt like even the algorithm was against me. That's why this response took so long. I had to gather so many receipts to prove my innocence. I don't think people—
Did you? Does anybody feel like he proved his innocence in this? I don't. I feel like if anything, he's kind of reestablished the fact that everybody was right to criticize him in the first place.
But we're going to let me ignore this. When you take every single mistake anyone has ever made and line them up in a row—
I'm going to make a graphic now, Blue Jay, that is just shame, ding, except I got to figure out a way to not have the naked lady walking.
Well, we all look like monsters. This drama has shown me one thing. People for years couldn't wait to see my downfall. And it sucks to know that. But not everyone is against me. A lot of people want to see me make a comeback. And I understand that for the last couple of months on YouTube, I've been acting a little bit crazy. I should have taken a break a lot longer ago, but I'm going to do so now.
Oh, well, that is Just a Robot, everybody. Nah, he made a bunch of shitty excuses. Yeah, I don't feel like he really convinced me of anything. If anything, I feel like he's kind of made himself look worse, to be honest with you. I learned a lot more about him, though. Yeah, I feel like I learned a lot more about him, too. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or not. Odd, to say the least. Strange. Maybe a little bit autistic, to use his own words, but I don't know, man. Chud has just about everything on Jar. This isn't even the half of it. I'm sure it gets way worse, but to be honest, I frankly don't care enough about Jar. I responded to this because he responded, and Blue Jay said that I'd probably be interested in it, and I think it was a very interesting video. But to be honest, like, who is he? You know, he's just kind of an idiot that just says some dumb shit like everybody else on the internet. I don't think it's worth a deep investigation. And that's not to say that this wasn't entertaining and that this video isn't going to be interesting to watch. It's just more or less comes down to he's just another idiot on the internet who just has bad takes on things. I'll be dreaming of Jar talking to me going to sleep tonight. So don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Wait a minute. Yeah, this video, I think if anything, this video made me fucking stupid. That's what I think. There you go, Rajira. That's a perfect place to end the video right there.